Narrated by Mu'adha. A woman asked Aisha, should I offer the prayers that which I did not offer because of menses? Aisha said, are you from the Hurora, a town in Iraq? We were with the Prophet peace be upon him, and used to get our periods, but he never ordered us to offer them, the prayers missed during menses. Aisha perhaps said, we did not offer them. Narrated by Zainab bint Abi Salama. Salama said, I got my menses while I was lying with the Prophet peace be upon him under a woolen sheet. So I slipped away, took the clothes for menses and put them on. Allah's Messenger peace be upon him said, have you got your menses? I replied, yes. Then he called me and took me with him under the woolen sheet. Salama further said, the Prophet peace be upon him used to kiss me while he was fasting. The Prophet peace be upon him and I used to take the bath of janaba from a single pot. Narrated by Salama. While I was lying with the Prophet peace be upon him under a woolen sheet, I got my menses. I slipped away and put on the clothes for menses. The Prophet peace be upon him said, have you got your menses? I replied, yes. He called me and I slept with him under the woolen sheet. Narrated by Ayyub. Hafsa said, we used to forbid our young women to go out for the 2 Eid prayers. A woman came and stayed at the palace of Bani Khalaf and she narrated about her sister whose husband took part in 12 holy battles along with the Prophet peace be upon him, and her sister was with her husband in 6, out of these 12. She, the woman's sister, said, we used to treat the wounded, look after the patients, and once I asked the Prophet, is there any harm for any of us to stay at home if she doesn't have a veil? He said, she should cover herself with the veil of her companion and should participate in the good deeds, and in the religious gathering of the Muslims. When Ahmadiyya came, I asked her whether she had heard it from the Prophet. She replied, yes. May my father be sacrificed for him, the Prophet. Whenever she mentioned the Prophet peace be upon him, she used to say, may my father be sacrificed for him. I have heard the Prophet peace be upon him saying, the unmarried young virgins and the mature girl who stay often screened, or the young unmarried virgins who often stay screened, and the menstruating women should come out and participate in the good deeds, as well as the religious gathering of the faithful believers, but the menstruating women should keep away from the musalla or praying place. Hafsa asked Ahmadiyya surprisingly, do you say the menstruating women? She replied, doesn't a menstruating woman attend Arafat, Hajj, and such other deeds? Narrated by Aisha. Fatima bint Abi Hubaysh asked the Prophet, I got persistent bleeding, in between the periods, and do not become clean. Shall I give up prayers? He replied, no, this is from a blood vessel. Give up the prayers only for the days on which you usually get the menses and then take a bath and offer your prayers.